Hello, friends, and happy holidays. Welcome back to Movies, Munchies, and Moscato. I am Rhonda.
And I am Rochelle.
We're just a couple of friends who love movies, television, and wine. So that is something that interests you. Please stick around and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Now it's time for some movie, TV news, and pop culture discussion. So, first up, Reacher on Amazon Prime has been renewed for season 3 ahead of season 2 premiering tomorrow. So that's great news. That's a show I'd like to watch.
I know you love Reacher.
So
I did too. Well, that's with the what's his face?
Alan Richson actually is his name. But I'm guessing you probably like the movies with Tom Cruise.
I did.
Okay, which I did too. But I like the series. The series is good. And
I'm thinking of John Krasinski. What's he in?
Oh, that's Jack Ryan.
Jack Ryan,
yes.
Not Reacher.
Yes,
okay.
Jack Ryan.
Oh, right. I did. Oh, I know who we're chatting about now. Okay. All right, continue, Missy.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. And Just Like That and White Lotus on Max will not return, unfortunately, until 2025.
Oh.
Of course, the strike put everything off, and so they're not going to be filming it until spring next year, which means they're not going to put it out, though, until 2025.
Okay.
Which is
That's a bummer. I love that.
That is a bummer. Harlem on Amazon Prime has been renewed for season 3. Again, that's one that I've watched, that I've talked about prior. I love it. I'm glad because it ended on a cliffhanger. Josh Duhamel and Minka Kelly will play the leads in Ransom Canyon on Netflix. This drama charts the intersecting lives of 3 ranching families, all set against the rugged expanse of Texas Hill Country. So that sounds intriguing. I like Josh Duhamel. Everyone has to get on the Yellowstone, stuff, so that works.
That is true, yes.
Might as well be Netflix. Leverage Redemption has been renewed for season 3, but right now it airs on Freeve. It will move to Amazon. So
you know what? I actually watch Freeve.
Yeah, I watch some things on Freeve.
It's kind of interesting. It'll have some crazy movies on there. It's like, what? Where'd that come from?
Oh, no, I've never seen any movies. I've just watched series. Like the new Judge Judy. I've seen that on there. I've seen Hollywood House Lift, which is like Jeff Lewis from Bravo, his new house show. Hollywood House Lift. So instead of facelift, he calls it a house lift.
Gotcha. Yes, I did see that.
Yes,
I didn't watch it, but I did see it on there.
Little thing on it. So yeah, there's a couple of things. Kim Kardashian will be featured in Ryan Murphy's new Hulu drama about a sexy adult law firm. He has not done a title for it yet, but that's interesting. She must, in his opinion, do a good job in the new American Horror Story.
Oh.
That's on there because she's in the new season of that.
Oh, wow.
She stars alongside Emma Roberts.
He just likes looking at her.
I guess it's possible. That's true. Kim Kardashian is probably like a gay man's best friend.
Oh, for sure.
A dream best friend.
Right? She's the Marilyn Monroe.
So he's like, yes, I can look at it. Yeah, I love it.
No, she is beautiful.
Jennifer Lopez will star in a remake of the musical Kiss of the Spider Woman.
Oh, wow.
That is a Broadway musical, an old Broadway musical, so I don't know if it's supposed to be for TV or movies, but I'm guessing it'll be a movie. Twisted Metal has been renewed for season 2 on Peacock. This is a series so stupid I actually did forget about, but I want to see it because it looks crazy but entertaining. It's one of those things based off a video game, so obviously a video game I don't never play because I don't play video games, but
right, yeah,
it just looks wacky like that because it's based off of that. Stranger Things Season 5 is scheduled to begin shooting in January. Production plans to use special techniques to help with the cast and their aging, but like the White Lotus and Just Like That, it will not be back until 2025 because of filming and then, of course, adding in the VFX. So there's not going to be too much stuff that we love out next year, unfortunately.
I know. That's such a bummer.
I know. Bridgerton Season 3 finally has a release date. Yay for me. It will be released in 2 parts, with Part 1 out May 16th and Part 2 out June 15th on Netflix. This is another one in this case, I don't know why took so long to be released because they filmed this back in March of this year, so the strike had nothing to do with any type of, it was done filming before that ever happened. So I just assumed it would come out this year.
Right.
So the fact that we're putting it off till freaking May is weird to me, but okay. And the last one, I had to look it up because I couldn't remember. Season 2 came out freaking in March of 2022. It's been well over a year since the last season came out.
Yep. I still haven't watched the whole thing
yet.
Crazy
lady. Come on, you know you have a romantic bone in your body. You
a
want
little
to
bit.
know. You want to know. Because you like freaking, what is it? What's the, not Australia. Yeah, no, Scotland one.
Oh,
Scotland.
Outlander.
Thank you.
Yeah, but
And that's romantic.
Yeah,
so,
but it is, but it's got more drama and...
Oh, there's some drama in Bridgerton, I promise.
Like,
I mean,
some
not like
great fight scenes.
drama about war.
And
but
it's got history involved with it, too.
Well, yeah, okay, that's true. That's true.
There's a little more substance than Bridgerton.
Oh, fine.
But okay, I'll give it a shot. I did start watching it. I did. I just
finish.
Shocking, didn't finish.
And then finally for news, Saw 11 is coming.
Unbelievable.
I actually am shocked by this. I don't know where it's going to go. No word on what the story's supposed to be, but this will be out September 27th of next year.
Well, didn't the dude die? No.
Yes, like in the timeline of things, he is dead. But since 10 went back in time when he was still alive to put a story in between 1 and 2, it worked out. So I'm just wondering now if that's what it'll be. 11 will actually be another story positioned between earlier films where he's still around.
Oh, interesting.
To me, that's the only way this will work because it's true. It wasn't as good when he was no longer really involved.
And you like this one.
So yeah. This one was great. So if that's what they're doing, then great. If not, then
Meh.
Not so much. It's that's definite meh for me. And now on to movie and TV shows out last week and then this week. So for last week we have Poor Things. This is in theaters starring Emma Stone, Mark Ruffalo, and William Dafoe. So brought back to life by an unorthodox scientist, a young woman runs off with a lawyer on a whirlwind adventure across the continents. Free from the prejudices of her time, she grows steadfast in her purpose to stand for equality and liberation. This looks like one of those weird movies.
Yes, I agree. I saw the
trailer was like, yeah, it's not something I would watch. And
right.
I love all the people in it.
Yeah, exactly.
But it just seems like it's a weird Dr. Frankenstein-like thing, so I'll probably never see this. But I should say never. I guess it's streaming, but I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'd watch it on streaming, but
yeah.
I don't think I'm going to go unless I don't know. I mean, they should pay us to go see it.
Right? Great. Well, where's that life? I'll take that life. Then we have Eileen. This is in theaters starring Anne Hathaway and Thomasin McKenzie. In 1964 Massachusetts, a young secretary becomes enchanted by Rebecca, the glamorous new counselor at the prison where she works. Their budding friendship soon takes a twisted turn when Rebecca reveals a dark secret. I've heard really good things about this. I've heard that it's one of Anne Hathaway's better roles.
Really?
So I would be interested in this again. I probably wouldn't see it in a theater, but I actually would love to see this. So I like anything a little mysterious and dark. I would definitely want to see that.
Okay.
Then we have My Life with the Walter Boys. This is a new series on Netflix starring Nikki Rodriguez, Ashby Gentry, and Sarah Rafferty. When a tragedy disrupts her life, a teenager moves in with her guardian's big family in a small town and learns lessons about love, hope, and friendship. Heard nothing about that, but that it's a teen drama. So
yeah,
as you know, I do watch some of them, but I can tell you right now, I don't think I'm interested in that one. Then we have The Archies. This is a movie on Netflix starring Suhana Khan, Kushi Kapoor, and Agastya Nanda. So the Archie comics are reimagined in a live-action musical comedy set in 1960s India. I'm curious about this. If you guys don't know, I probably mentioned it way longer when we first started this podcast, but I'm a big Archie fan. I mean, I have boxes and boxes of Archie comic books.
Seriously?
Yes. I've left them in my parents' storage, but yes. I have boxes and boxes because I collect them.
Well, maybe they'll be worth something.
So my oldest one is from the 40s, and it is. It's last time I checked, which again was a few years ago, it was worth over $500.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That
is awesome. It's just going to keep going up in value.
Right? I was telling my dad, I'm like, where do you sell these? He's like, you just have to go to a collector that would buy it off you once you get old enough to be my age and don't care.
Right.
That's true. Then we have Leave the World Behind. This is a movie on Netflix starring Julia Roberts, Ethan Hawke, Kevin Bacon, and Mahershala Ali. So a family vacation on Long Island is interrupted by two strangers bearing news of a blackout. As the threat grows, both families must decide how best to survive the potential crisis, all while grappling with their own place in this collapsing world. This is something Rochelle saw, so she will be talking about it later.
Yes.
Then we have Culprits. This is a new series on Hulu starring Gemma Arterton, can't ever say her last name, Eddie Izzard, and Nathan Stewart Jarrett. So after a high-stakes heist, a crew of elite criminals have gone their separate ways and have tried to leave their old lives behind. But the past and present collide when a ruthless assassin starts targeting them one by one. I started this. I've only seen the first episode, so I won't talk about it yet, but I get a good vibe from it so far.
Awesome.
Mr. Monk's Last Case. This is a movie on Peacock starring Tony Shalhoub, Traylor Howard, and Ted Levine. Or Levine, I think it's Levine though in this case. Monk steps out of retirement as his stepdaughter's wedding turns tragic when her fiance dies in a bungee jumping accident. Oh my gosh. I did watch Monk. I watched it all the way to the end. So
I've never seen Monk.
I don't remember how it ended though, so I feel like I'd have to watch it just so I know what's on par with this case. This is a follow-up, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I may have to go back and do that. You never watched not even one?
I think I've watched one or two, but yeah, I never got into it. I thought it was funny, you know, but no, it just wasn't on a channel that I just went to. And sometimes I think that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah,
now,
USA.
Now
I love USA, but
yeah, now I look for it. But
let's see if I can think. So you didn't watch, but White Collar was also on USA. Did you ever watch that? Suits.
Nope.
Mr. Robot.
Nope. See, I didn't watch USA much.
USA wasn't okay. Got it. And then lastly for last week, we have Candy Cane Lane. This is a movie on Amazon starring Eddie Murphy and Tracy Ellis Ross. So a man is determined to win the neighborhood's annual Christmas decorating contest. He makes a pact with an elf to help him win, and the elf casts a spell that brings the 12 days of Christmas to life, bringing unexpected chaos to town. I do want to watch this.
This looks cute. I know. And I have heard some people say that they think it's really funny. It's really cute.
Okay.
So
I'll break it up and try to watch it with my parents over Christmas.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
I'll just do that. That's the plan.
Okay.
Okay, so for this week, we have Wonka. This is in theaters, starring Timothy Chalamet, Hugh Grant, and Rowan Atkinson. So this focusing on a young Willy Wonka and how he came to meet the Oompa Loompas on one of his earliest adventures. I do want to see this. I think it looks really cute. So.
I do too. It looks really great.
The Family Plan. This is a movie on Apple TV, starring Mark Wahlberg, Michelle Monaghan, and Maggie Q. So when enemies from his past track him down, former elite government assassin Dan packs his wife, teen daughter, teen son, and 10-month-old baby into their minivan and takes off on an impromptu cross-country road trip to Las Vegas. This actually looks cute. I do want to see this. Then we have The Crown Season 6, Part 2 on Netflix. This is the final installment and will introduce Kate Middleton and her early relationship with Prince William.
I'm so excited. Yay!
Right, I've been waiting started it yet.
I know. I almost forgot about it.
Then we have Finest Kind. This is a movie on Paramount Plus, starring Ben Foster, Jenna Ortega, Zendaya, and Jake Gyllenhaal. So two brothers from opposite sides of the tracks are reunited as adults. Desperate circumstances force them into a deal with an organized crime syndicate in Boston, and a young woman gets caught in the middle. This actually does sound interesting. Yeah. I'll have to maybe look up a trailer because
I just love Jake Gyllenhaal. I've decided.
Yes, I like Jake
really
Gyllenhaal. I do. I actually like Ben Foster too.
Yeah.
And then finally, Reacher Season 2 on Amazon Prime, starring Alan Ritchson, Sean Sipos, and Serwinda Swan. So this season follows Bad Luck and Trouble, which is the 11th book in the Jack Reacher series, and it sees Reacher investigating the murders of his old military police squad. So that's interesting. It's the 11th book because the first season was based off the first book, and they're skipping all the way to book 11.
Oh, wow.
I do wonder if they'll make it like it's only been maybe just a year though since season 1, just for time's sake. That's what I'm hoping anyway, but I guess we shall see. So a lot of good things have come out these past 2 weeks to help us through our holiday season.
Yes.
What we have been watching these past few weeks. So for me, I watched the series Black Cake on Hulu. I really like it. It's produced by Oprah Winfrey. It is based off a book of the same name. And it's basically about this young Caribbean woman, and she's promised in marriage at 16 to a man, she doesn't love. Her dad basically sells her, if you ask me. He got a gambling debt. So she runs away after the wedding at the reception and is presumed dead. And she gets a fake name, starts a new life in London, and then ends up moving to Scotland, and then back to London, and then finally to America. And so it's just a time spanning like journey of her life, and it's just very interesting. She just has such a hard time, off and on. Obviously, being of Caribbean descent and in the 60s. It's just,
for sure.
Yeah, it just isn't the best time for her. But
it sounds good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was 8 episodes.
So you binged?
Oh, wait, no, 10 episodes. Yeah, I did it over 3 different days.
Because it seems like it didn't come out that long ago. Or did it? Maybe it did. It
came out last month.
Oh, okay.
It came out last month.
So it's relatively new.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. But yeah, I did.
That's right.
We took 3 different days. Yeah, to finish it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's really good. I do.
Kind of like Me and the Crown. There were.
Yes.
Yeah, and it took me like 3 days.
Yes.
I binge watched it.
Yes, so I did. But yeah, I really enjoy it. I do recommend it. Then Best Christmas Ever. This was a movie on Netflix. Starring Brandy and Heather Graham, 2 people playing friends I never thought I'd ever see in life. But unfortunately, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It's one of those Christmas movies I watched and I was like annoyed I even watched it, unfortunately.
I can't get this time back.
Exactly, that type of thing. It wasn't funny. It wasn't really cute. It was just kind of blah, unfortunately. Luckily, it was like 90 minutes, so it was short, but I was still just...
Probably a good thing.
So I'm sorry. I would honestly, if I'm rating it, I would give it 1 wine quart.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, for Rhonda to give anything that type of a rating is... I mean, it must be pretty bad because you always have such, you find the positive things in such movies. So this is very surprising.
Yeah.
So I'm not touching it with a 10-foot pole.
I guess if I had to find one thing positive is that Brandy does sing in it, and that's the only good thing I do like her singing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it.
Okay.
And then finally for me, I watched Blue Beetle, movie on Max. Now this I really enjoyed. Yes, it is a DC comic book film. He's the first Latino superhero, I guess, from the comic books.
Yeah, it does look funny.
So, and this was funny. I love his family is in on the secret. That's not a spoiler because that was in the trailer. His family is in on the secret from the get-go when he gets these powers, which I love. So I love that it's not like Spider-Man or Batman when they're trying to keep the world from like knowing who they are.
Was this in theaters?
It was.
It was, okay.
It was in theaters, yes.
Yeah, okay.
It wasn't
But
theaters.
I'm not losing my mind.
No, you're not losing your mind.
Oh, good.
And so, I really enjoyed it. It had good action. Like I said, I love the family dynamic. Susan Sarandon's also in it as the villain, who knew I'd like that, but she was great.
Oh, nice.
So, George Lopez, he plays the uncle. Xolo Martinez, he plays the Blue Beetle. He's from Cobra Kai. Series, again, I've never watched, but I've heard great things about him. And he's really good in this movie. So, anyway, I would give this one a 4.5 wine corker. I really enjoyed it. It's just a good fun. And yes, it's 2.5 hours. Didn't feel it, didn't notice. It zipped by really quick.
Okay.
So, yes,
awesome.
I enjoyed it.
Well, I went to see Napoleon in theaters, and I am a huge Joaquin Phoenix fan.
Okay.
And he played this part amazing. Who knew? I didn't know anything about Napoleon really, other than he conquered. He set out to do what he was supposed to do, and then what's his co-star's name?
Vanessa Kirby.
Vanessa Kirby. She is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, and what a crazy relationship they had, and just give you a little bit of history. Is he needed an heir, and because he was the top commander of this army, this regiment, he for France was his world. He loved his country. He fought for his country. But he needed an heir, and unfortunately, he and his wife tried and could not. She could not get pregnant, even though she'd had a few children prior, or so. Anyway, they ended up having to get divorced because he could not have a child with her. But he loved her so much; she was his world. So it was sad. So there were some really crazy, war fight scenes, which everybody, likes to go see, pretty much. Because I went to see this with my husband, and he did enjoy it, even though it was pretty long. He really did enjoy it. Of course, the fight scenes, and then there was this part of the story of his love interest, and anyway, I thought it was good. So I would say probably 3.5, 4 wine corks.
Okay.
Somewhere between there. And then I did watch Leave the World Behind. A great all-star cast. Huge Mahershala Ali fan here. And Julia Roberts. Ethan Hawke was great. Excuse me. And even Kevin Bacon was in it. But it was a big disappointment for me. Yes, there's this huge blackout, but, you know, when you're kind of leasing or renting out your home as a VRBO, and then the homeowners just show up in the middle of the night saying there's a huge blackout in the city and we had nowhere else to go, so we decided to come back to our house and wonder if we could stay here. And then the fun begins, because Julia Roberts is already a crabby. She plays this crabby person, and her kids are all like, her daughter loves Friends, the series Friends.
That's nice. She even knows what it is,
right? But she wants to see the end, the finale.
Okay.
But can't do it because the power goes out. There's no way to know. Why? Doesn't know when it's going to come back. Phones are out, that type of thing. And all she kept saying is, "I can't stand it. I need to see the Friends finale." Blah 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 blah. And I kind of told you the ending a little bit, but I was off. There was one more scene after that was equally as odd.
Oh, okay.
And anyway, now there's some controversy around it because of one scene and something, you know, that was said, which you can see based on the youngin, the girl, the Mahershala Ali's daughter, and why she might think that way. Anyway, sometimes you can read into stuff. It doesn't need, you know, you just don't need to go that far. Maybe it didn't even need to be put in. But anyway, nevertheless, I thought it was odd. It had a really great all-star cast, but I did not care for it. So, you know, I guess if I were to rate the wine corks, it would probably be a 2.
Okay. That sounds about right for what you said.
And then I watched this really odd show, because, you know, I love the odd shows on Netflix. So for some reason, they come up in my genre. And this was a Swedish film. Okay. It was called A Nearly Normal Family. It's a family whose dad he's a priest.
Okay.
Mom's an attorney. Okay. The daughter's a 19-year-old who has she's kind of a little wild child. Ends up having sex, but against her will. However, the caveat to that is it was no, don't, but she didn't go much beyond that. So was she raped? Yes, but she wasn't fighting. She wasn't. It's like she was afraid to say anything. You know, it's kind of sad. Anyway, it all kind of hinges from there. There is a murder that takes place years later. She's accused of it, and then the craziness ensues. So I really did like that. Okay. So I think if anyone is interested, it's on Netflix, and it's called A Nearly Normal Family. Netflix. Yes. So, and then I watched The Golden Bachelor on Hulu.
Oh, of course.
I'm probably the last one on the planet who's seen it, but I watched all of the seasons, because there weren't that many. Oh my gosh, I cried through the whole thing. Through the whole thing. It's like, even people at our age can still find love, and The Bachelor 71, you know? Mm-hmm. And the woman he picked would say things like, you know, with the amount of time we have left, because we don't know, it's going to be nice to share our life with someone. And so now they're, you know, speeding up the the marriage process, and we get to see it on TV on January 4th. So I thought it was super cute. Oh, nice. Anyway.
Would you say that this particular series of The Golden Bachelor, was it shorter than the normal Bachelor?
Yes, and they don't do nearly what the others do.
Okay.
They let more women go home than they normally do.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, and I watched the bloopers. Oh, it was the funniest freaking thing, because you have some that are 75 years old, and then you have others that are early 60s, and you can just see a difference in the age. But, I mean, they're, you know, the normal Bachelor, it's all controversy, right? There's always got to be some little bees in the group. Mm-hmm. They like those anyway. But, like, the most controversial thing that happened on here was two older women telling each other to zip it. And one getting offended and saying, I didn't realize I was like that. So, I mean, honestly, it was so cute and so sweet that it left you feeling good. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh, what a contrast from what a real Bachelor is. Mm-hmm. How we grow up and age and how we act is it really is so different and how we change over the years and become more respective. You know, these women, they respected each other. These girls don't, nice, you know, and I don't know if this is the age or just this generation. There is no respect. And so when they get to be this age, will they soften? Will they be more respectful? It'll be interesting. I mean, I think you just do normally with age anyway, but if you get a chance to see it, I would watch it. I mean, I'm a sap, but I never cry in these things, ever. Right. I don't cry that much. I freaking cry at every episode. But I just have to tell you that one of the funniest parts is, and it's during the Women Tell All, the bloopers, they were all about freaking flatulence. It's not about when there was a spider in it, but all these women who were burping and farting, I laughed so hard because that's what it was about. So anyway, super cute. I
would too. Okay. I don't know if I'll ever still, because, you know, I'm still not about those dating shows. But
that is true. Well, and then I want to go on and watch Bachelor in Paradise. So now you've gone from this thing to this, because I usually do watch Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh, okay.
But for some reason on Hulu, I can't go back to season 1. So I think it has to play out before I can go back and watch. And you can probably correct me if I'm wrong on this. But it's gone from season 1 to 5, and now it's jumped to season 9, which is the current one. With the Golden Bachelor, I could go back and watch every episode in that last season. Yeah. But with this one, I can start watching from episode 6, but I can't see anything before that. So I'm wondering if it has to.
It shouldn't. I've never had that issue on Hulu. I'm always able to go back.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to look at it again, but I can't watch it from the first episode.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to look into that.
Yeah. So weird. We'll let you know.
Keep it posted. Well, the Golden Globe nominations occurred this week, so we thought we'd go through them and give you what our picks are per usual and see how we end up on the telecast, which will be airing on CBS on January 7th.
Well, do you think it'll really happen?
Hopefully. There shouldn't be any other strikes to occur before then. If you guys recall, before the strike happened, we had gone through our Emmy picks, and we still haven't even heard when they're going to ever air that.
That is telecast, true. So no. It's like nobody got those awards this year.
Right? So, and maybe they'll just end up counting that all together and just not worrying about the Emmys for the...
Or maybe they'll double up. We don't know.
Right? So we don't know. But if they do go through it again, we'll just remind you what we picked and we'll, go through that at the time. So, first up, we have Best Motion Picture Drama. We have Anatomy of a Fall, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, and The Zone of Interest. I've only ever heard of the first 4. I've never heard of Past Lives, though, or The Zone of Interest. And I've only seen one of all of these, where I think you've obviously seen at least 2.
Yeah.
So because of that, I'm obviously going with Killers of the Flower Moon.
Me too. I really did enjoy that one, too. And that was long. Mm-hmm. But it didn't seem like... The only other one that I'm thinking could rival this is maybe Maestro.
Oh, maybe.
But I haven't
heard anything about it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's possible.
Or Oppenheimer.
Right.
I did like Oppenheimer. I did see that. But it is long, and it's very scientific, and it's over my freaking head. And so my husband watched it. We watched it at home, and I said, okay, make sure you just keep your mind on this.
And don't do anything else.
Yeah, and he was just like, yep, you're right. You could absolutely, if you are not paying attention, you could absolutely. But I was able to understand it better.
Oh, okay.
The second
now,
time.
Did you pay to rent it or is it streaming?
No, I
somewhere?
paid.
Oh, okay.
I paid because
Okay.
there were 3 of us who were watching it, so it made it worth it.
Okay, that's right. Then we have Best Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy. We have Air, American Fiction, Barbie, The Holdovers, May December, and Poor Things, which we just talked about this week.
I know nothing about any of them
because I've only seen one of all of these. I'm actually gonna go with Barbie because I did enjoy it.
I did, yeah.
Although I've heard good things about Air. That's the one that Ben Affleck directed about the Jordan and his shoes becoming a thing.
Oh,
I've heard it was.
Oh, that's right. This is about the Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, that's one I wanted to watch.
So,
I never did.
Well, it's on Amazon, so you still can.
Woohoo!
But at least this puts it back in your mind.
I wonder if you have to pay for it. Probably.
No, I believe it's streaming for free.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Then we have Best Motion Picture Animated, The Boy and the Heron, Elemental, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the Super Mario Brothers movie, Suzumi, and Wish. Again, it's so funny. It's like I've seen one of these in every single category. So I'm gonna go Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse because that's the only one I've seen.
I'm going with Elemental because I know that's gotten huge reviews.
Okay. Next, we have Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Motion Picture Drama. Annette Bening for Naiad, Lily Gladstone, Killers of the Flower Moon, Sandra Hüller, Anatomy of a Fall, Greta Lee, Past Lives, Carey Mulligan, Maestro, and Callie Spaney for Priscilla. I am going to go with Lily Gladstone because, again, that's what I've seen.
Me too.
Although I've heard good things about Priscilla, so I have a feeling it might be between the two of them.
Well, maybe we can change our mind if we see these.
Right? Then we have Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Motion Picture Drama. Bradley Cooper, Maestro. Leonardo DiCaprio, Killers of the Flower Moon. Coleman Domingo, Reston. Barry Keoghan, Saltburn. Cillian Murphy, Oppenheimer. And Andrew Scott, All of Us Are Strangers.
Well, Cillian Murphy's getting rave reviews.
Actually, we'll go with Cillian.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Because, I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio was great too, but I just feel like Cillian's going to get it. I don't know. Don't know. I'm going to go with him.
You're going with Cillian?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we have Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. We have Fantasia Barrino for The Color Purple, Jennifer Lawrence for No Hard Feelings, Natalie Portman for May December, Alma Posti for Fallen Leaves, and Margot Robbie for Barbie.
Probably Fantasia.
That was my thought. Yes, I'm going to go with her. I was actually surprised to see Jennifer Lawrence in here.
I
enjoyed the movie,
feelings.
but I didn't think it was like award-worthy.
Right.
But that's cool. Oh, and I'm sorry, I left off Emma Stone for Poor Things. She was on my other page. But anyway, I'll still stick with Fantasia. Then we have Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. Nicolas Cage, Dream Scenario. Timothy Chalamet, Wonka. Matt Damon, Air. Paul Giamatti, The Holdovers. Joaquin Phoenix, Beau is Afraid. And Jeffrey Wright, American Fiction.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Lord.
I mean,
this is a wild guess. I'm going to go...
Comedy? Musical or comedy.
Mm-hmm.
So Air is a comedy?
Yes, it's considered a comedy.
Oh, for the love. Okay.
You know, I'm going to go with Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction, just because he's a great actor. Even though I haven't seen this movie, I've heard it's a good movie. So I'm going to go with him.
Okay. I don't think Timothy Chalamet's there yet. I don't know. Paul Giamatti.
If I were nominated for Timothy or anything, it honestly would be for Dune. But I get it's not out yet. Yeah. The second one isn't out yet, so he couldn't be nominated for that. But I'm just saying that performance was good. I'm
probably crazy, but I'm going to go with Paul Giamatti.
Okay. Yeah, sounds not crazy. He's a good actor too. Then we have Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Supporting Role in any Motion Picture. So we have Emily Blunt, Oppenheimer, Danielle Brooks, The Color Purple, Jodie Foster, Naiad, Julianne Moore, May December, Rosamund Pike for Saltburn, and Devine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers.
I'm going to go with Emily Blunt. I'm sticking with Oppenheimer.
I will go with Danielle Brooks for The Color Purple.
Okay, then one of us will win.
Right?
Maybe.
Right? Yeah.
You never know.
Those are, honestly, all of these ladies have been good and stuff.
Jodie Foster, Naiad, I was going to watch that. Did I know?
Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Supporting Role in any Motion Picture. William Dafoe, Poor Things. Robert De Niro, Killers of the Flower Moon. Robert Downey Jr., Oppenheimer. Ryan Gosling, Barbie.
Oh, shit.
Charles Melton, May December, and Mark Ruffalo, Poor Things.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Oh Lord. I'm gonna go
with Robert Downey Jr. I haven't
I'm
seen
actually gonna
Poor Things.
I'm gonna go Ryan Gosling. I'm gonna do something
All right.
out of the box there.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Then we have Best Director Motion Picture, Bradley Cooper for Maestro, Greta Gerwig for Barbie, Yorgos Lanthimos for Poor Things, Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer, Martin Scorsese, Killers of the Flower Moon, and Celine Song for Past Lives.
See, here's where I think Oppenheimer and Killers of the Flower Moon, and I can be completely off because I haven't seen the others, but I feel like those two would be the ones going head to head. So, you know, I'm going with Oppenheimer, but I swear Killers of the Flower Moon was really good. Martin Scorsese or Christopher Nolan? Holy Hannah.
Right? Again, I'm going to go with Greta Gerwig for Barbie. She's the only female here,
But that should not be why she wins.
I know, but I thought she did a good job
wrong.
directing, though, as well.
It was.
That was a big.
Cute.
Everything in there. She's also the producer. She's the one that was like, "We're going to build practical sets. We're going to build this dream house. We're not going to CGI it. We're going to build these cars. We're going to build this whole universe." And that's also part of the reason I really like her is because she was the one that was like, "We were doing all of this."
Yeah.
You know,
she's kind of odd.
She's also the co-writer. She also wrote the freaking thing. She did like this whole movie is her baby. So because of that,
you're saying that, I think I'm still going with Christopher Nolan.
Okay, that's a very good pick.
They're all so great.
I know. It's like this is gonna be a hard year.
One of those, yes. But we need to see these others so we can actually make some educated guesses.
I know, right? We have Best Screenplay, speaking of writing. So there we go. Greta Gerwig and her writing partner Noah Baumbach for Barbie. Tony McNamara, Poor Things. Christopher Nolan, Oppenheimer. Eric Roth and Martin Scorsese for Killers of the Flower Moon. Celine Song for Past Lives. And Justine Tourette and Arthur Harari for Anatomy of a Fall.
Are you going to go with Barbie again?
I am.
Screenplay.
I am. The concept, that is what the writing's about, and it has a very her and him coming up with this concept for the movie.
I'm going to go with Killers of the Flower Moon because it's best. I
remember in Gold. I can't remember what Talia talks. Sorry, guys. For the Golden Globes, they just do it all one thing, whereas the Oscars, it's best adapted versus best original.
But if you look at...
And obviously his is an adapted screenplay.
Oh, I see.
Because it's based off a book.
Right.
Versus those on here like Christopher Nolan and Greta, whose were original works.
But here's the thing with Golden Globes. They're kind of like... now maybe I'd change my thinking. The Golden Globes are kind of the precursor to the...
Yes, they are. The precursor to the Oscars.
And so when you look at... not to say that they're bad or anything, but like the most boring movies win.
True.
And if you look at the Academy, and we're not talking about them, we're talking about Goldens, so there definitely would be a little bit more... Okay, I'm really overthinking this. This is stupid. Best screenplay. Maybe it would be Barbie this time. But
I do think, yes, speaking to that, I do think if she gets nominated at the Oscars for Barbie, it's probably won't win at all over there because of
that's what I'm
more
thinking.
serious.
So the Golden Globes, they could win.
Yes.
They could definitely take that. But I could take what I'm voting for right here and put it into my Oscars. Because that's how I think that they'll vote. But anyway, freak. No. But see, I haven't seen Poor Things either.
True.
For the love. Okay, I'm just going to go with Killers of the Flower Moon on Best Screenplay.
Okay. Then we have Best Original Song, Motion Picture. We have Addicted to Romance, She Came to Me, music and lyrics by Bruce Springsteen. Dance the Night from Barbie, music and lyrics by Mark Ronson, Andrew Wyatt, Dua Lipa, and Carolina Lynn. I'm Just Ken from Barbie, music and lyrics by Mark Ronson and Andrew Wyatt. That's cool, Mark Ronson wrote that. I never thought that. Peaches from the Super Mario Brothers movie, music and lyrics by Jack Black, Aaron Horvath, Michael Jelenic, Eric Osman, and John Spiker. Road to Freedom from Rustin, music and lyrics by Lenny Kravitz. And then What I Was Made For from Barbie, music and lyrics by Billie Eilish.
Oh, yeah.
O'Connell. Oh, that's her full name. Okay. And her brother Phineas O'Connell. Ooh, I'm going with that.
Yeah.
Anything that makes you cry, unfortunately, I feel is like the go-to winner, and that song made me cry.
But I also think I'm Just Ken was just freaking awesome.
Yes, it was just so unique and original.
It was. I'm gonna go with that. I think you're right, but let's double team this so we get one.
Okay.
See what happens.
Okay. Now we're moving on to the television portion of the Golden Globes.
Oh, for the love.
So we have Best Television Series Drama, 1923, The Crown, The Diplomat, The Last of Us, The Morning Show, and Succession. Okay, I have watched 3 of these, so a little better than normal in these. Oh gosh, so I'm going to go with...
I don't think The Morning Show had it this time. I didn't care for that.
I'm honestly going to go with The Last of Us.
So I would say either The Crown or Succession, because Succession wins all the bloody time. And it is a great... I've watched several... Well, I'm still on freaking first season, but I'm just going to go with The Crown. I thought it was so good. Okay.
Then Best Television Series Musical or Comedy, we have Abbott Elementary, Barry, The Bear, Jury Duty, Only Murders in the Building, and Ted Lasso.
Now, Ted Lasso, this was his last one, right?
That's true. Which they reward the last one a lot. But I'm going with Only Murders in the Building because that is the only one outside of Abbott Elementary on here I've watched. But I just enjoy it so much.
And Abbott Elementary is won a lot.
They've won a lot too.
I'm going to go with Ted Lasso just because it's the last one, and I haven't watched it, so.
Right. Need to though.
And I know most people have. I love it.
True.
Oh, there were more. Charles Melton, May, December. No,
Yeah,
sorry.
Oh.
I'm just going to go back. I'm just going to go go back to where we were a while ago. For the love.
Next we have Best Television Limited Series, Anthology Series, or Motion Picture Made for Television. So we have All the Light We Cannot See, Beef, Daisy Jones and the Six,
Oh my gosh.
Fargo, Fellow Travelers, and Lessons in Chemistry. So I think I'm going to go with Beef for this one.
I'm going to go with Daisy Jones and the Six. I really liked that one.
Okay.
And I'm sure I'm way off.
Well, no, I think it's a good choice. I feel like that or even Fargo have the best chances.
Yeah.
That's just me. Then we have Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Television Series Drama. Helen Mirren for 1923. Bella Ramsey for The Last of Us. Kerry Russell for The Diplomat. Sarah Snook for Succession. Imelda Staunton for The Crown. And Emma Stone for The Curse. Oh, wow, that show just came out. That's
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm either going to say Helen Mirren or Imelda Staunton for The Crown.
And I'm going to go with... I know not many people, it seems like, have watched it, but I'm going to go with Kerry Russell in The Diplomat. I thought she was really good in that.
Kerry Russell is really good.
Yeah.
I think I'll go with Imelda Staunton.
Okay.
Even though Helen Mirren is kind of calling me.
Then we have Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Television Series Drama. Brian Cox, Succession. Kieran Culkin, Succession. Gary Oldman, Slow Horses. Pedro Pascal, The Last of Us. Jeremy Strong, Succession. And Dominic West, The Crown. So, oh Lord, just based off, I'm not even kidding, just little snippets I've seen of Succession, I'm honestly going with Kieran Culkin.
I know, right?
He alone, from what I've seen, has made me want to watch the show, even though I haven't done so yet.
He's the main guy, right? The main kid?
He's the youngest brother, yeah. Not the main kid. Jeremy
youngest.
Strong's the main kid.
Right.
He's the youngest.
So he's the young. And then
then
Sarah Snook is his sister, right?
Uh-huh.
For the love.
Although I did enjoy you, Pedro, in The Last of Us. Kieran, I don't know why Kieran's feeling it for him.
I don't know. Wow. Slow Horses, really? But look how many are lined up here for Succession. That's so crazy.
It makes you feel like one of the three has to win, but, you know.
Well, because
they could cancel each other out.
Because one of them is going to win. I'm going with The Crown.
Okay.
Because I know I'll be wrong on that. I just don't know which one is Succession. Because they're all so good.
Yeah. Then we have Best Performance by a Female Actor in Television Series, Musical, or Comedy. Rachel Brosnahan for The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Still.
Right. Quinita Brunson for Abbott Elementary. Ayo Edebiri, maybe, for The Bear.
It's Quinta, not Quinita. Is it?
Oh. Okay, Quinta. I'm sorry.
Is it Quinta or
Brunson.
Quinta?
You're probably right. Quinta Brunson. Then we have Elle Fanning for The Great. Selena Gomez, Only Murders in the Building. And Natasha Lyonne, Poker Face. Y'all, I am so good with Natasha. That show was so funny. I literally loved it. Natasha. Okay.
And Rachel Brosnahan, she's won quite a bit.
Like, I think twice for that show.
Oh my gosh.
But then so has Brunson, so.
And Elle Fanning, I've heard
the show's great, but
yeah.
I haven't heard much just about her herself.
Right, I agree.
And I do like Selena on Only Murders, but I don't think she's the stronger performer.
I agree. Yeah. I actually started watching that.
Oh, okay. Finally.
I'm going to go with Natasha.
Finally.
I know.
Okay. Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Television Series, Musical, or Comedy. Bill Hader for Barry. Steve Martin, Only Murders in the Building. Jason Segel, Shrinking. Martin Short, Only Murders in the Building. Jason Sudeikis, Ted Lasso. And Jeremy Allen White, The Bear. Right, I go with one of my guys from Murders. So I'm going to give it, based off this past season, to Mr. Steve Martin.
Ah, okay.
To me, he was the strongest of the three.
I'm going to go with Jason Sudeikis.
Okay.
Just because I went with Ted Lasso before.
Oh, that's
my
right.
gosh.
That's right. Then we have Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Limited Series, Anthology Series, or Motion Picture made for television. We have Riley Keough for Daisy Jones and the Six. Brie Larson for Lessons in Chemistry. Elizabeth Olsen for Love and Death. Juno Temple for Fargo. And Rachel Wise for Dead Ringers. And then Ali Wong for Beef. Ooh, there's some good ones here. Okay.
I'll just go with Riley Keough for Daisy and the Six.
Okay. I'm going to go with, actually, Ali Wong for Beef, because she was unhinged.
Oh, really?
In that role. She really did it well, so I'm going to go with her. Although I would hesitate to say, even though I've never seen it, just based off your review of the series, I bet Elizabeth Olsen is also close by that, since I know you really like that show.
Which one?
Love and Death. About the wife that kills the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Does she shoots her, right? Or is it with an axe? I can't remember what... Anyway.
No,
yeah.
It was with an axe.
It is with an... Okay, yeah. I remember being some crazy weapon.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyway, so if it wasn't Allie,
good.
I would honestly say my follow-up would be her. Because she's good too at everything.
You know what? You are right. I'm changing it. Although Riley was good. But Elizabeth Olsen was so good.
Okay,
she was.
Cool.
She was so good. Yep.
And then we have Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Limited Series, Anthology Series, or Motion Picture made for television. We have Matt Bomer for Fellow Travelers, Sam Claflin for Daisy Jones and the Six, John Hamm for Fargo, Woody Harrelson for White House Plumbers. Oh my God, I totally forgot about that series. David Oello for Lawman Bass Reeves, and Stephen Yeun for Beef.
Oh, no.
I have heard Lawman Bass Reeves from my friend Tasia is awesome. She's like, why aren't you watching this? So apparently
Which one? Lawman?
That the latest Taylor Sheridan show, Lawman.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
like, it's so good. Why are you? I'm like, sorry, I'll get with it. I apologize.
Again, which stations are they? Well, it's Paramount, right?
Paramount, yeah. All of Taylor Sheridan's is on Paramount.
Exactly. He owns Paramount.
Right,
you know
he
that?
really does. I'm going to go with Steven again because I've seen Beef and I did enjoy him. Again, Ali Wong's the stronger character on that series, but I'm still going to go with him.
I kind of wonder if John Hamm might take it. He's...
Right. It's interesting that he's in Fargo, plus he was also a character in the morning show this season.
Just for the heck of it, I'm going to go with John Hamm.
Okay. Then we have Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Supporting Role on Television.
Oh.
Elizabeth Debicki, The Crown. Abby Elliott, The Bear. Christina Ricci, Yellow Jackets. J. Smith Cameron, Succession. I don't know what character that is. Meryl Streep, Only Murders in the Building. And Hannah Waddingham for Ted Lasso. I'm going with Christina Ricci because I love her on Yellow Jackets. She's really good.
Yeah, maybe she'll win it.
Right? She really should.
Elizabeth Debicki.
Although, I mean, I liked Meryl Streep. It wasn't the strongest role she's ever done, but yeah.
Elizabeth Debicki, which one was she?
She's Princess... No, sorry. Yes, Princess Diana.
Oh,
sorry.
Princess Diana.
Mm-hmm.
She's
the older one, not the younger one.
Right, she's really good.
Yeah.
She's a great Princess Diana. And J. Smith Cameron. Hello. Who's that? Okay. I'm going with The Crown.
Okay.
I thought she was so good.
Next, we have Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Supporting Role on Television. Billy Crudup for The Morning Show. Matthew McFadden for Succession. James Marsden for Jury Duty. Ebon Moss for Bachrach. Interesting. Alan Ruck for Succession. And Alexander Skarsgård for Succession. Wow, Succession again is woohoo! But because I love him, I'm going to go with Billy Crudup for The Morning Show.
Ah. I know, I was thinking about that one too. Jeez. I think I'm going to go with Alexander Skarsgård.
Okay. He is always a consistent one. I feel like no matter what he does, so
yep.
It's a good one. And then last category, we have Best Performance in a Stand-Up Comedy on Television. This is a brand new category for them this year.
Yeah, and Ricky Gervais is like, he's freaking in it. I follow him on like Facebook, and he's so funny. He's like a huge animal activist, and so I follow him, and he's just so funny. He was all excited. Anyway,
well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, we have Ricky Gervais for Ricky Gervais Armageddon, Trevor Noah for Trevor Noah Where Was I, Chris Rock for Chris Rock Selective Outrage, Amy Schumer for Amy Schumer Emergency Contact, Sarah Silverman for Sarah Silverman Someone You Love, and Wanda Sykes for Wanda Sykes I'm an Entertainer.
I'm going with Ricky Gervais.
You know what? I'll actually go the same. Actually, someone different.
I like Wanda. I like her. I don't think she's been the funniest, but
Trevor Noah.
I don't like Sarah Silverman.
I'm gonna go Trevor Noah.
And Amy Schumer's okay.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of Chris Rock's stuff. Yes, I'm not a fan of Sarah Silverman stuff. Wanda it's off and on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna go with Trevor Noah.
Yeah. Okay.
So those are all the nominations and our picks, and of course, when the show airs next month, we will see how we did.
Yes.
Now it's time for some movie trailer talk. First up, we have Furiosa. This is the prequel about Furiosa, whereas in, Mad Max Fury Road, it was Charlize Theron, and this is the younger version. So this will be out May 24th of next year, starring Anya Taylor-Joy and Chris Hemsworth.
I'm so excited for this. I thought it was great.
Yeah, me too.
Because I'm a Mad Max-inista. No, that's not it.
That's the story. TJ
Maxx-inista. Could be a Mad Max-inista too. Anyway, I loved it.
Yeah, I did too. I'm not a Maxinista in the Mad Max way. I admit I haven't even seen Fury. Oh, no, that's just I've only seen parts of Fury Road. So I would like to watch it, but I admit the trailer did catch my attention. I like Anya Taylor-Joy. I like Chris Hemsworth.
You know what? I didn't even know that was Chris Hemsworth when I watched the trailer.
It did take a minute because I was looking at his face like, is that?
I know. I was like, what?
And I'm like, no, I think it. Yeah, I think they put some prosthetics.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, and then when his name actually flashed, you're like, it is Chris Hemsworth.
I know. That's
anyway,
what I thought.
Yeah, it looks really cool telling her origin story. I think it's very neat. I do wonder if it'll end up being. Maybe they'll make a trilogy out of it. Yeah. And then maybe in the last one bring Charlize back as her older self. So
possibly, yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah, it would.
But yeah, this looks like a great trailer, and I think the movie will probably be awesome. So it has made me want to go back and watch Mad Max Fury Road. So will do.
May 24th, people.
May 24th. Then we had Godzilla. I hate how it's called Godzilla X Kong, because we know it's just Godzilla with Kong versus Kong. But
yeah, what does X mean?
X means with.
I thought it kind of meant versus too, but it's not.
No, it is with. So it's Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire. This is out April 12th of next year, starring Rebecca Hall and Brian Tyree Henry. So again, another trailer that looks great.
I thought so too.
I had to remind myself because it's been so long. I did watch Godzilla versus Kong, the last movie, on Max. I never saw it in theaters, but I remember watching it on Max. I did like it. So I'm intrigued by them actually working together.
It makes me happier because I'm like, you can't hurt either one of them. And this is what's so great for me, because who doesn't love Godzilla? You know, and in the original they kill him and stuff, and so now in this new age, now we love Godzilla and we love King Kong.
That's right.
But now there's a new world, which was like, ooh, what is that?
True. And well, I guess the villain, I'm taking it it's a large, like, orangutan person. Is that what you think to see? It was hard to tell exactly what the threat was. I feel like that's what it was supposed to be, like a large...
See, that's going to be hard for me because I love orangutans. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's going to be hard.
So, yeah, we'll see.
I'll be like, well, they're going to have to bring him into the fold.
The fact that Godzilla's thing is now pink versus, I want to say, I feel like it was green before. And I was trying to think, I'm like, did that come about in the last movie? I don't recall that. So, I was like, this is a new, like, power of yours. But anyway... It looks cool. I'd see it. I probably would like to see this one in theaters since I didn't see the last one.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, so. You know what? In epic shows like this, you got to see it on the big screen. You really do.
Yeah, that's for sure. And then lastly, we have Imaginary, because you got to get through creepy in there. This will be out March 8th of next year, starring DeWanda Wise, Tom Payne, and Betty Buckley. This
cute.
trailer was creepy though as heck. It's one of those things where it's like, this is your childhood nightmares come back to life. It's like, I honestly never had an imaginary friend, thank the Lord.
Right.
But to think about having one and then it's angry at you for ever leaving it, it's like, what? No. And so now it terrorizes you once you move back.
But it's with Ryan, what's his face?
Ryan what? Huh? No.
I watched the wrong show.
Oh! I was like, no.
I thought it was so cute.
Cute? After I'm saying creepy, you're not... What?
I know, that's why I'm like, I think I watched the wrong one. But there's also another imaginary thing. So, okay. Anyway, so it's creepy?
This is creepy. It's about a woman who goes back to her childhood home to live, and her imaginary friend starts taking out his anger, or her anger, on her and the 2 kids that live with her. And
okay.
I'm like...
Yep, there it is.
I'm like, nope.
Ryan, there was something called... something with Ryan Reynolds, and it was imaginary.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right? What in the heck was it? And I thought, oh, this is cute. I'm going to take my granddaughter. Well, I probably shouldn't take her to this one. Okay.
That's a big fat no. Oh, that's so funny. Because, obviously we know the 2 of us, she's the one that likes creepy stuff. And it's funny she ended up watching the wrong trailer. But that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Obviously, per usual, watch all 3 and judge for yourself. But...
It's an American supernatural horror film. Way off. Way off. Oh, for the love. Anyway, so what'd you think?
Again, it just looks creepy. It's one I don't want to watch. I can tell you that right now. It looked a little too lifelike in a way. So
yeah.
Like,
well, there's a creepy teddy bear in it.
Again, because the imaginary friend possesses it.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm like, no. Like, I'm good. No.
Are these the same ones who wrote Megan?
Right? I don't think so, but that's a wise bet with that one. All right, so anyway, 3 semi-awesome, just kidding. 2 awesome, 1 semi-awesome trailer for you to take a look at.
They're awesome. All right, well, there's so much coming up.
There sure
Not
is.
to mention we have the holidays and lots of great movies out there. So
much to do and see.
I know. I'm excited. Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode, and we appreciate you listening. Please join us next week. And also give us a review or comment. It really helps us out. And you can follow us on Instagram at movies_munchies_Moscato. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging.
Thank you, guys.